So what way to end The Walking Dead? Rick and Michonne butt-ass naked, pulling weapons. They ready like that. Actually, there's probably a joke somewhere in there between jungle fever, knocking the boots, getting butt naked, and finding Jesus after having sex. Literally, Jesus is coming to you. Alright, I know exactly what I'm going to say. I mean, we knew this was going to be a toned down episode, but it still was a really good episode in the fact that they're building up to other things, as we know, probably the treetop, right? Or hilltop. The hilltop, New World Order, Next World Order, whatever. I need to ask you guys something, so let's go to the question of the day. Question of the video. Go. Sorry, I have the flash theme in my head right now. So, as you just saw at the end of this episode here, Michonne and Rick are having a fling or whatever. And for those of you, this is more or less for people that aren't, that are readers of the graphic novel and such. But if you're only watching the shows, this question is relevant to you still. But as from what I've seen, it looks like Michonne might just take the place of Andrea, of what Andrea basically was in the comic books. Andrea was basically, or is basically a mother, sharpshooting mother to Carl, Judith, everybody. She has kind of really made herself a permanent part of the comic and such. And I guess that might be where Michonne is kind of still taking that role of she's the enforcer. She's still doing everything for Alexandria. Something happened to her in the comic, but I don't know. So please don't. Like, I started reading. I'm up to the point in the comic book where, is that a spoiler? Let's just say the W's, the Whisperers, come around. Like, the Whisperers just start appearing, basically. I'm around that point in the comic right now, so I haven't really caught up on anything else. I might just read it, catch up and see where we're at, because I know they actually fast forward and they mentioned something about Michonne, but I don't know if they've actually explained where Michonne is. That being said, I'm fine with the relationship, but I am kind of wondering, how do you guys feel about that? Like, because the thing that I've always noticed that was very dominant in the graphic novel with Michonne's relationships is that they never really hammered the point so hard, but it always just seemed to me that Michonne was only interested in black men. Like, she only got involved with black men, and it seemed like she just exclusively preferred it. Like, she kind of was really she hooked up with Tyrese. That was one of her first guys, right? I think she might have hooked up with the priest, or tried to. No. She hooked up with Tyrese for a while. Then she hooked, if I remember correctly, right? And then she hooked up with Morgan, and then she hooked up with another black guy, I vaguely remember. And I think she finally ended up hooking up later toward the end. She hooked up with the dude with Dr. Dre dude with the glasses and the dreadlocks. But I just remember she was really strong about it. It was just like, yo, black man, Negro, get over here. It's not the fuck. Like, she was really aggressive about that. And I think that was one of the things that people, the comic readers, we always kind of knew, both Michonne and both Rick were are very aggressive characters, so we never really saw them connecting in that sense. It was always just kind of yo, they had each other's back from the beginning, and ride or die type shit. So this is you saw my face when they were making out and shit. It was kind of weird for me, only because of the fact that they're both polar equals to each other, just very hardcore and such. And I don't know if that's the balanced relationship, or maybe it is just a fling. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this Rick Michonne ship, okay? I'm very curious. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for joining me in this reaction. I gotta get to the train station or I'm going to lose my job, okay? Till next time, take care of yourselves. I'm out. Peace. There's this story that I read, or maybe it was a porno. about a black dude in Japan, a prince or something. I don't know. This was years ago before, MySpace and Hi Friends.